Hello guys, welcome to the lecture 17 of machine learning series. From our past few videos, under the section of understanding your data, we have been seeing the three techniques. First is asking questions to your dataset, and second is EDA univariate analysis, and third is EDA bivariate or multivariate analysis. Okay, now in this video we'll be discussing an library that automates most of the tasks in these three particular steps. Okay, that is Pandas Profiling library. Okay, now this is the entire Pandas Profiling website. Now you can go through this website on how to install, and if you click on the documentation you'll be getting more insights about this particular website. Okay, so now let us see how can we actually use this particular library to automate our tasks, that is univariate or bivariate analysis, and also we can perform the step of asking the questions to your dataset. Now for that I'm considering this Titanic dataset. So in our previous video I have already told you how, the entire the process of downloading this particular dataset. That is, you just need to go to the Kaggle website and just click on the download, and automatically and zip file gets downloaded. And just what you need to do is just upload that particular zip file in this file section, and what you need to do is just unzip the particular zip file. Okay, then and CSV file will be available, and you just need to read that particular CSV file and store it in some variable, right? So I am storing it in some Titanic variable. Okay, now this is my entire dataset. Okay, I have already explained about this particular dataset. So if you are not aware, please check out my previous video. So this is the entire Titanic dataset. Now let us see how can we apply this Pandas profiling on this particular dataset. So to apply this Pandas profiling, first I need to download this data profiling library. Okay, just click on type this particular code, that is pip install data profiling quite. Okay, this quite is just to remove the extra information while installing this particular library. Okay, so I'm just installing this particular library, and under this data profiling library I'll be having this profile report. Okay, now this profile report helps in generating the entire report on this particular dataset. Okay, so for this profile report I'm just giving the entire dataset, that is Titanic dataset, and I'm storing the output in the profile. Now profile dot to file. Okay, profile dot to file, and I'm giving my output file name. So my output file name is output.html. Now immediately once you run this code, automatically an file gets appeared over here, that is output.html. So what you need to do is you just need to download that particular file. After downloading that particular file, just go to your like file explorer and just open it, and it opens as a web page. Okay, this is that particular web page. Now this entire web page contains the information of your dataset. First let us see with our first section, that is overview. In overview we'll be having the entire information about the dataset. Okay, entire initial information about the dataset. Now first initially we need to understand what are our numerical columns and what are our categorical columns. Okay, so first it starts with number of variables, that is total number of columns, right? So total number of columns is 12. Number of observations, that is total number of rows. Total number of rows are 891, and number of missing cells. Okay, number of missing cells in my entire dataset, the total number of missing values. Okay, now individually I am considering each column. Okay, now let us say I have age column and I have sibling spouse column. In age I have around 600 missing values, and in sibling spouse let's say I have around 10 missing values. So what I do is I add this 600 plus 10. So in this way it adds all the missing values in each of the column and gives a final number over here. Okay, there are 866 missing values, and missing value percentage you will be having, and also if there are any duplicate rows, the number will be indicated over here, the percentage will be given over here, and it also gives the total number of memory occupied this particular data set, and it also gives us the information that the total number of numerical column, how many number of numerical columns are there, how many number of categorical columns are there, how many text columns are there, like let's say name is an text column. So in this way various information will be initially given to you in this overview section. Okay, now here you will be also seeing the alerts. Now in the what this alerts mean is the necessary action that has to be taken on that particular column. Now sex is highly over correlated with survey. Okay, now there is a high correlation between sex and survey, and next is age has 177 missing values. Okay, so age has, it is indicating that age has 177 missing values and cabin has 687 missing values. You can see that necessary warnings are being given. You can see that all the necessary warnings that are present in that particular column are given initially, right? So you can see that passenger ID is uniformly distributed, passenger ID has unique values, and name has unique values, sibling spouse has more number of zeros, parent child has more number of zeros, fare has 15 zeros, that is more number of zeros. So initially, what are the actions that has to be taken on this individual rows that has been given in this particular section? Okay, in the alert section you will be having the necessary information. And next we have reproduction. Okay, this is not that important information. Okay, only thing you need to concentrate is first is overview section. Okay, the initial insights given about the particular dataset, and also the alert section. Okay, the actions that has to be initially performed on the dataset, right? Now after this overview section, then comes the individual analysis about each of the column. Now in the individual analysis, first comes our passenger ID. Now this passenger ID is a numerical column that is indicated over here. Now after that we see that there are all the distinct values. Now we have 891 rows, so all the values are distinct, so that percentage and that number is being indicated over here. And if there are any missing values, that percentage is indicated over here. If there are infinite values, that number and percentage is indicated over here. The mean of the passenger ID column is given over here, and the minimum value and maximum value of the passenger column, and if there are any zeros present, and negative value, positive value, so everything. Okay, every initial information is given over here. You can see that. Yeah, this is my passenger ID column. Here my minimum value is 1, and I have a total of 891 rows. So the maximum value will be obviously 891. So that information is automatically given over here instead of running the extra code. Okay, you are not just running any extra code here, over here, but just you are getting the automated information. Okay, entire information is automatically present in this particular web page. Okay, so as this passenger ID is not much important column, let us perform analysis on some different column. Okay, now let us see this survived column. This survived column is an categorical column, right? This survived is an categorical column which basically has two values, either 0 or 1. 0 means not survived, 1 means survived. Now in this 0, okay, when it comes to 0, I have around 549 values, and when it comes to 1, I have around 342 values, right? So the total number of values, okay, the total number of values of 0 are 549 and 1 are 342, right? So the distinct values are 2. Okay, in the entire column I have only 2 distinct values, that is 0 and 1, and that percentage is specified over here, and the missing values and missing value percentage is specified over here. And also you will be having necessary information when you click on more details. Now when you click on more details, you can see that first it gives the entire overview of that particular column, that is max length, median length, mean length, and minimum length. This particular information is not much important. Okay, and this sample, that is first 5 rows. Okay, for the first 5 rows, what are the category assigned? Okay, what is the label assigned? That is 0, 1, 1, 1. For my first row, 0 is assigned. For my second row, 1 is assigned. So in this way, first 5 rows information is also given over here. Okay, now next comes categories, that is total number of 0 values are 549 and total number of 1 are 342 and this is a histogram plotted, and the same is indicated in the form of percentage, that is 61.6% and 38.4%, right? And next is words, the same information, and next is categories. Okay, so this information is not much important. Okay, basically on categorical column we only perform very limited number of very limited analysis, that is we just check whether the categories are balanced or not. Okay, if you have 2 categories, that is 0 and 1, we'll be just seeing that if these both categories are balanced or not in the entire data set. Okay, we'll be just making sure that these both categories are balanced. Okay, so this is the entire categorical column. Okay, you can see that the indication is also mentioned over here, that is high correlation. Okay, high correlation with some yeah, there is an high correlation between surveyed and sex column. Okay, so that information is indicated over here, right? And next comes P class. Okay, similar kind of analysis is performed on the P class as well. Okay, so you can see that there are distinct values 3, and the distinct value percentage is given over here. If there are any missing values, that is indicated over here, and memory size is given over here. Okay, entire details are similar in this particular sections. Now let us see some different columns. Okay, this text column is not much important. Yeah, now let us see age column. Age is a numerical column, right? Now in age we have total number of 88 distinct values. Now this is a distinct value percentage, and the total number of missing values in this particular column are 177, and the missing value percentage is 19.9%, right? Now if there are any infinite values, that will be indicated over here. The mean age is also given over here, and the minimum age is given, that is 0.42. that is there's a person, like there's a 4 months baby in this particular Titanic ship, and the maximum age is 80. And if there are any zeros, that will be indicated over here, and negative values are indicated, and the memory size is also indicated. And regarding this particular age numerical column, most of the analysis is performed, you can see that. And box plot is also given, that is minimum. Okay, basically we have seen our previous, I think in our univariate analysis, we have seen about the box plot in detail. That is, we'll be having an box shaped structure, and the middle values and median value, and we'll be having 25th percentile value, 75th percentile value, we'll be having the maximum value, minimum value, outliers, everything will be indicated in that particular box plot. Okay, so that information, instead of plotting that particular what we say box plot, the entire information is automatically calculated and given over here. You can see that the minimum value is automatically given, 5th percentile value is given, and Q1, that is 25th percentile value is also given, and median value is also given, and Q3, that is 75th percentile value is also given, 95th percentile value is also given, maximum value is also given, and the range is also given, and IQR, that is interquartile range, is also given, that is 17.875, and some other basic statistical information, that is standard deviation or coefficient of variation, and kurtosis, mean, skewness. This skewness is nothing but if the skewness is basically 0, then it's a normal distribution, and if the skewness value is positive, then the entire graph is right skewed. If the skewness value is negative, then it indicates that there is an left skew in the particular data set. Means most of the values are on the left side. Okay, most of the outliers are on the left side. When the value is positive, most of the values are on the right side of the graph. Okay, right side of the graph. I hope you are getting that right. So the sum of all the values, sum of all the numerical values in that particular column, and it also indicates the variance of that particular column, monotonicity. So all the basic statistical information is given in this particular descriptive statistics. Okay, so this is the entire box plot, and this is some statistical information. And next is, you can see that an histogram is basically plotted in the age of, okay, these are particular bins, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So these are basically the bins, and 0 to 10, and this is the frequency, 10 to 20, this is the frequency, 20 to 30. So basically this is the entire histogram. Okay, I hope you know this particular histogram. So the histogram is also plotted, and the most common values are also given. There are most of the people with age 24, the count is 30. Okay, 30 people are there with age 24, and 27 people are there with age 22. Okay, so this information is also given. Okay, why this information is given is sometimes model may like misinterpret. Okay, if the age has most of the values as 24, sometimes model may mistrain. Okay, it may mistrain, and will remember the most of the person's age as 24. So in this way, so that is why this particular information is also included. And extreme values are also given, that is minimum value, and also some maximum values also given, that is 5. So in this way, okay, sorry, these are minimum 10 values and these are maximum 10 values. Okay, you can see that the entire information is already given automatically over here. Okay, so this is the entire numerical column analysis. Okay, this particular is an categorical column analysis. Okay, you can also analyze the category column also in the similar way, that is sex column, and this age is a numerical column. You can perform the analysis as well. And next we have various other columns information. You can check that out. And this is the embarked column. Yeah, next comes interactions, that is correlation between each of the column, that is bivariate analysis. Okay, previously this entire information is univariate analysis. Okay, it also performs bivariate analysis for you. Okay, in bivariate analysis we basically plot and scatter plot, that is between, now let us say passenger ID and I want fare. Now we want the relationship between the passenger ID and fare. This is the scatter plot between passenger ID and fare. Okay, this is the entire scatter plot, and you can draw various insights from this. And you can also plot between passenger ID and age, passenger ID and sibling spouse, passenger ID and parent child, and fare and passenger ID. So in this way you can do bivariate analysis between the columns, okay, between different columns, right, through scatter plot. Okay, now you can also see the correlation between the columns, like how well the columns are correlated through the heat map. Okay, this is the entire heat map, and this heat map indicates one means highly correlated. Okay, age with age column, it's highly correlated. And we have let's say fare with sibling spouse. Okay, fare with sibling spouse has a high correlation of around 0.5. okay, has a high correlation of around 0.5. And next, sex with the survived also has a high correlation. So in this way you can analyze using an heat map. If you don't understand heat maps, the information is also given in the form of tabular. Age with age column is 1, and age with embarked column. So the entire information is automatically given. You can see that the entire information is given in the form of heat map as well, and even in the form of table as well. Okay, so this is the entire correlation between the columns. Okay, correlation among the columns. Now second, we have missing values. Now it also indicates the total number of missing values in each of the column. Now at most we have 891 rows in the particular Titanic dataset. Now you can see that each of the row, okay, each of the column has 891 rows, but the each column has 714 rows. That is, there are around 200, okay, around 250 plus missing values. And in the cabin column we have around 650 plus missing values. So in this way it also indicates the missing values as well through the plot. Now you can see that I can impute this age column with some mean value or something, but this cabin column can't be imputed because most of the values are missing. Around 70% plus values are missing. So imputation causes misinterpretation in the entire training process. So this cabin column must be removed for the further analysis. So in this way you can perform feature engineering, and you can create new features, and you can pre-process your dataset, like removing the particular columns, or imputing the missing values, or removing the duplicate rows. In this way you can get the various information. Now you can see it is in the form of and count. If you want in the form of matrix, you can see that, and if you want in the heat map, you can see that. So in this way, okay, now here you can see that basically here you can see that there are like fully filled graphs, right? Okay, fully filled bars, but here you can see that there are gaps between the bars. This indicates this particular column has missing values, and this cabin column has most of the like empty spaces. Okay, most of the empty spaces. So this indicates that cabin column has most of the missing values. So in this way you can get in the form of matrix, and heat map was also represented. And second, we have sample. Okay, this sample section indicates the first 10 rows. Okay, these are my first 10 rows of the entire dataset, and these are my last 10 rows of the entire dataset. Okay, so you are just sampling the data. Okay, you are just sampling the data for analysis. You are taking first 10 rows, and you are also taking the first 10 rows to understand the distribution of the data. Okay, to understand about the entire dataset, you will be using this particular column. Okay, so in this way various type of analysis is automatically produced by this particular Pandas profiling library. Okay, if you want more information about this particular library, just visit the documentation, and it will automatically give the necessary information about each of the column. Okay, sorry, each of the section. Okay, so this particular analysis really helps you in performing any feature engineering or pre-processing on the dataset, or if you are facing an issue of missing values, so which column has most number of missing values. So in this way, instead of writing a necessary code to find out all this, this particular Pandas profiling automatically gives you the entire information. Okay, before performing any project, or before performing any before working on any basic data set, you just need to check the profile report of each of this particular data sets. Okay, so that you will be getting better information. Okay, so this is the entire video. Hope you guys like this video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.